we'll continue this video on retouching by going in and getting rid of some of these little stray hairs that you see throughout the image. Now we're not going to get rid of every single one of them. I think that it will suffice to just let you see how some of them are easily removed, and then you can go in at your leisure and you can remove all of the ones that you see fit. One of the easier ways to get rid of these little flyaways is by going in with your lasso tool, and since we have a white background, this is going to be the perfect tool to use. We'll just go ahead and make a selection, just kind of a loose selection around where some of those flyaways are. And remember, anytime that you have a selection tool selected and a selection made, at the top of the program here you can see this refine edge. When you click on there, the first thing that I'd like to do is go into the view mode and just view it on whatever background. In this case, it's going to be a black background that we're going to use so that we can see what this selection will actually look like. And what I want to do is I want to go in there and feather this edge so that the transition between where I'm going to make the edit and the actual photograph's edge will just be a little better transition. So I'm going to feather that about 9.2 pixels. Now, depending on the image, depending on the look that you're looking for, that will vary. I'm just going to go ahead and say OK. And then in this case, since I'm on this layer and this layer is white, the top layer has a white background, I'm just going to go ahead and fill that selection with white. So on my keyboard, I can use the shortcut Alt Backspace because white is in the foreground. If I was doing the filling with the background color, which in this case is black, I would do Control and Backspace. You can see that will do that, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I am going to do Control Z to undo that black that I put on there. One other keyboard shortcut that I'm going to use throughout this video is I'm going to do a Control D, and that will deselect the area that is selected. So we'll get rid of the marching amps. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of go around the edge here and look at some of these areas. Like here, I can jump in there and get a few more of those edges out of there. Again, I'll go to Refine Mask and feather that a little bit so I won't have such a harsh edge. And fill that with Alt Backspace. Control D to get rid of the marching ants. I'll move over to the other side, or maybe the top here, and just continue that edit throughout. Get rid of those. Go to Refine Edge, feather. That's good enough. I'm moving pretty quick because I do have to get my video taken care of before my 15-minute mark where I won't be able to upload it to YouTube. So I am going to move pretty fast here. And you can see that that is going to take care of my edge. Feather that again. Say OK. Fill with Alt Backspace with white. Control D to get rid of the marching ants. And that's a pretty effective way. I'll zoom out here. A pretty effective way of getting rid of some of that flyaway stuff around the edges. Okay. Now, to get in here and get rid of some of the ones that are inside of her face area, then I'm going to use another tool here. That's where the spot healing brush is selected or is located. I'm going to use the patch tool. So I'll just go up there to where the spot healing brush tool is selected, hold on there. I'll do that for you. Hold on there. This flyout will come down. I'll go down to the patch tool. Now the patch tool is good for doing this type of thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over this little beauty marks to kind of illustrate how that patch tool works. Basically, you'll just go in and make a selection with it around the area that you want to affect. and then just move to the inside of it and then just pull it away, just drag it away, and you'll see that it takes care of that. And then you can just click one more time and it'll get rid of your selection. So it's a real simple tool to use. I'm going to backspace here a couple times, or I'm going to undo a couple times. And it's real effective for using this on hairs, this little stray hairs. I can just pick this hair, drag it off, get rid of that. I can just go ahead and go into my next one, drag that off. All right. And again, I'm not going to go through here and get every single little hair. I'm just going to go in here and grab the ones that are the most obvious so that I can give you an idea of how they work. And you'd have to go in here like this and grab the hairs that you want to get taken care of and move those guys out of the way. Okay. We'll move right down the face, maybe pull a couple of these away. Alright, grab some of these on the edge here. Now on the edge you might get a little bit of ghosting there, and that's okay because we're right on the edge of the picture here, so I'm not going to be too sad about that. Alright, now all of these hairs that are in here, I'm not going to worry about doing those. If you'd like to do those, you can go ahead and grab those. I want to grab this one over here in particular because this one is going to be pretty offensive. So I'll grab that one, keep my selection close, maybe grab this little selection, and see I'm pulling it into an area that has the same kind of value as what the surrounding background is, just so that I can hide that. Okay, and again, I'm not going to get too crazy with that because of the time constraints here. But as you can see, that cleans up things pretty good. I'll hold my Alt and click on my eyeball here. You can see that I've really started to clean up some of the hairs. I've got the blemishes taken care of there. Look here at the top where we've got the blemishes or the flyaways. We're getting rid of those pretty good. Okay, in the next video we'll go in and we will make this retouch go a little bit further.